can you please introduce yourself to the jury?
Hello, my name is Corey Hyde.
Where are you from, Miss Hyde?
Well, originally I'm from the Washington area, but after college I moved to Vegas. However, it was just so chaotic there, and you see, I'm a very organized person. I don't need chaos. So when the opportunity arose, I moved to Midland.
What brought you to Midland City?
Well, I was on the phone with my college roommate who lives in Midlands. I was complaining to her about how chaotic Vegas was, and she told me about how much she loves Midlands. And she told me about a job opportunity at the casino that she worked at, the Black Bear. So I applied for the job, and when I got it, I moved to Midlands.
What do you do at the Black Bear Casino?
Well, I'm Miss Avery Bancroft's executive assistant at the Black Bear. She's the owner of the Black Bear.
What do you do as an executive assistant to the owner of a casino?
Well, I'm hired to be organized, so I manage my boss's calendar, schedule meetings, answer phone calls, and plenty of administrative tasks. I also help out on the business end of things too.
Ms. Hyde, what are some of the things that you do on the business end for Ms. Bancroft?
Well, last year when we renovated the casino, I handled all direct contact with the contractors. And this year when we were working on the proposal, I helped out a lot with that too, creating outlines, making sure we don't miss any deadlines.
When did you first begin working on this proposal?
Well, if I had my calendar with me, I'd double check. But I do believe it was on March 1st, 2015. I received a phone call from an auditor at the Gambling Commission. She told me her name was Mickey Keenan and that she'd like to meet up to discuss the possible casino license that's being offered.
Did you ever actually meet with Mickey Keenan?
Yes. I scheduled an appointment for the next day at 11 sharp, no later. I went to talk to Ms. Keenan to see what details we need to create an outline for Ms. Bancroft. But before I could even get any of the details, Ms. Keenan took the meeting to a whole different direction.
Ms. Hyde, what do you mean Mickey Keenan took the meeting in a whole different direction?
Well, it turned out that Ms. Keenan wasn't an auditor at all, but a cop. She accused me and Ms. Bancroft of committing gambling violations, but I've never been accused of doing anything wrong. I like following the rules. And as far as I know, Ms. Bancroft hasn't broken any rules either.
Ms. Hyde, what happened next?
Well, Ms. Keenan told me that she wanted me to set up meetings between Ms. Bancroft and Mr. Covington so that she could catch Ms. Bancroft bribing Mr. Covington.
Did you set up any meetings between Mickey Keenan and Ms. Bancroft herself?
Yes, I strictly remember because I put a star on my calendar for it. I set up the first meeting between them was on March 31st.
And what happened at this meeting, Ms. Hyde?
Well, before the meeting, I was prepped to make sure that, I know exactly what to say and I was ready to wire. And during the meeting, they basically started the meeting with discussing their ideas, the plans for the proposal, the amenities, the layout, and all those sorts.
Was the topic of bribes brought up at this meeting?
Yes, actually, Ms. Keenan brought up the topic.
And how did Ms. Bancroft react?
Oh, she looked very uncomfortable. She started fidgeting and wringing her hands.
Did you set up any other meetings for Ms. Bancroft and Mickey Keenan and Chase Covington?
Yes, well, when I tried to get out of it, because I wasn't really feeling very much into this whole scheme, this was making me nervous, so when I tried to get out of it, Ms. Keenan told me that that would be the worst decision of my life. So I agreed to set up another meeting for April 13th.
And Ms. Hyde, who was at this meeting on April 13th?
Well, it was myself, Ms. Bancroft, Ms. Keenan, and Mr. Covington.
Who is Chase Covington?
Oh, Chase Covington is the head of the Gambling Commission.
Ms. Hyde, was the topic of bribes brought up at this specific meeting?
Yes, it was brought up by Ms. Keenan again.
And was this the last meeting that you arranged for Ms. Bancroft and Chase Covington?
No, it was not. I strictly remember because during this meeting, something really weird happened to her. They were talking about the proposal, and Miss Keenan kept looking at Miss Bancroft, so Miss Bancroft finally said, she said to Mr. Covington, I believe Miss Keenan wants me to ask you what I can do for you.
Objection, Your Honor, to hearsay.
Your Honor, we're not offering the statement for the truth of the matter, we're offering it for the effect on the listener. Ms. Bancroft did do what Mickey Keenan asked her to do, which was to offer Chase Covington something that she could do for him.
Your Honor, I believe that they are using that for the truth of the matter asserted, so that they then in fact can say that he did use this for the truth of the matter.
Your Honor, we don't care that that's what he said, we're just, Mickey Keenan is the one that induced Ms. Hyde and Ms. Bancroft into committing this bribe, and therefore her suggesting to Ms. Bancroft that she needs to do something for Chase Covington, Ms. Bancroft doing that, that's why we're here today.
Objection sustained.
Any testimony that was elicited be stricken from the record.
So ordered.
Thank you.
Ms. Hyde, who was at the meeting on April 16th?
Well, it was supposed to be myself, Miss Keenan, Miss Bancroft, and Mr. Covington.
What do you mean supposed to be?
Well, you see, Mr. Covington never showed up, and that was making me really nervous because it is my job to make sure that everyone is free for the meeting and everyone's at the meeting.
How long did you wait for Chase Covington to arrive?
Me and Miss Keenan stuck around till about 1:30.
What about Ms. Bancroft?
Miss Bancroft left around 12:30 when Miss Keenan was in the bathroom. When she came out and saw that Miss Bancroft had left and Mr. Covington never showed up, she stormed through the room and started yelling at me.
And what did Ms. Keenan yell at you?
He started threatening to throw me in jail, and he was just really angry.
Objection, Your Honor, to hearsay.
Your Honor, once again, we are not offering the statement for the truth of the matter, just the effect that it had on Ms. Hyde. If I may proffer, she will continue to say that she felt uncomfortable, went crying, and as a result, continued to help Mickey Keenan and look for Chase Covington.
Your Honor, may I respond?
Sorry, let me, did you get a chance to finish?
Yeah, just a few more words. That she in fact did go help look for Chase Covington, like Mickey Keenan threatened her to do.
Your Honor, their burden today is to show that Mickey Keenan pressured Ms. Avery Bancroft into giving a bribe, and this statement directly goes towards that and is not for the effect on the listener, but rather the truth of the matter asserted.
Once again, Your Honor, Mickey Keenan induced Ms. Bribe through Ms. Bancroft, through Ms. Hyde, and everything that Mickey Keenan says to Ms. Bribe, I'm so sorry, to Ms. Hyde, it has an effect on her, furthermore inducing Ms. Bancroft into committing.
I stick by my statement, Your Honor.
I'll allow this.
Yes, sir.
So, once again, Ms. Hyde, what did Ms. Keenan yell at you?
Well, she started yelling at me and threatening how she could still throw me in jail, and it was too much, and I ended up running out to my office and crying there.
Thank you. No further questions.